The Ultra Impact just got an A data download, which includes the brand new UI. Of course, the Deku banner is just about to end, and they need to have a new UI for you guys to summon for. And it is going to be UI ABL twice, which is very cool. This is his non-awakened form here, and then his awakened form, which both look really, really good. And then for the SR accompanying with him, we have, for his first appearance, Mr. Compress. So that's cool. And that's his awakened form right here. Now for the memories, we have this UR memory and then 2 SR memories, the summonable one and then the free-to-play one. This one's coming from the new event that will be with the shop that you can purchase this one for. And then of course the brand new August UR ticket should be in it as well. And this will start on the 17th of August. So just about a week to go before it arrives. We do have the details on every single one of these characters and memories, so I'll go through that very soon. Not only that, there are going to be more select recruit sets. The third one's already started with the Deku, and then there's going to be more as throughout this whole entire month, which I do recommend you guys skipping. This is just not really worth it at all. And then there's going to be new main quest chapters because there wasn't enough already. It's like half good, half bad. You know there's going to be more tables to unlock, which is just going to get worse and worse every single time. They're just out of pocket. It takes too long just to even get 10 and 11 done. Now to get 12 and 13 done, heck no. And the rate that they're releasing it is insane to me. So yeah, it's just something that I just can't be arsed with. And then, of course, a new VE Tower. The VE Tower season for this one is just about to end. So we have our break period. And then to the 22nd of August is when the Nejiri VE Tower will come out. And then, of course, we have the VE Tower boosted characters, which will be Sun Eater, Present Mike, and Shigaraki. This one's a very tempting banner for me to summon on, just because Sun Eater and Present Mike are in there, which I don't even have any of those. So it could be something I summon on, I'm not too sure yet. And not only that, it looks like we have gotten our 5 million downloads for the game. So we're celebrating that with a login bonus and probably something else, which starts on the 20th of August. There might just be missions. I don't think them release any like crazy things because on the million downloads, they didn't release anything. So I doubt the 5 million will have anything. But other than like some missions and some login bonus stuff. But now we'll go through the details. Thank you for Hydros for the database info for the UR Twice and the memories. So let's jump into this. So let's look at UR Twice first here, since he is the main character for this celebration here. His max advanced stats, 35,000 HP, 7,279 power, and 578 speed. I don't think the speed's that impressive, because you got to remember this is also including the, you know, tables 10 and 11. And I know some units already are at the 600 speed mark. If you have speed built in, that'd be crazy. But it's not like bad. It's like pretty high up there, to say the very least. At least like above average. For the Plus Ultra, 700% damage to a single opponent. Also increases character's max HP by 30% for 3 turns when character is ecstatic. So this is very interesting because this technically is kind of like a heal, because once your max HP cap increases, the ratio between your current HP and the max HP moves up. So it's kind of a heal, but not really, because it will just leave after 3 turns. But, you know, in PvP, that might not even matter too much. And in VE Tower, that might not even matter too much. So you kind of can look at it as like a heal. But also, if you have a healer with him and he plus ultras first and then you get the heal after, you're going to get way more heal than what you were going to get before the plus ultra. And it is a character that requires a static. They've been throwing that out quite a bit now. But the action skill 1's 350% damage to a single opponent, decreases the opponent's defense by 20% for 3 turns, also makes character static for 3 turns. At least this guy has a static built into his kit where you can activate it on turn 1. Which is good, and it lowers defense, which is nice. 20% is a decent amount. It is on a 5-turn cooldown, however, so it's not like the most impressive skill of all time. Action skill 2 deals 350% damage to a single opponent, gives character ability to cover, which is cool for 3 turns, reduces damage to character by 25% for 3 turns when character is not a static, and then reduces damage to character by 25% for 4 turns when character is a static. So you can get this off first turn and only get it for 3 turns, or you can wait for the extra turn in order to get the 4 turn. Which villains finally have like a proper tank, which is very, very good, and somebody to cover. Although, you know, now people are getting pierce damage, so is this a bit too late? I wouldn't say no, it's not, just because there's only 2 units with pierce, but as more pierce comes out, then this guy, it's gonna get a little scary for him. But at the very least, his auto skill is pretty good, where it increases max HP of all allies by 25%. So this is like the counter to pierce, because the only way to like counteract pierce at this point is either dodging or just increasing your max HP as much as possible, or just like status inflictions or something like that. So having this is pretty nice, and it increases critical rate of 30% when covering allies, which is pretty nice for VE Tower if you need that crit rate. Once per battle, increases character's power by 30% and restores character's HP by 100% when HP is below 30%. Kind of like the Overhaul, but instead of the power, I believe Overhaul just has the reduced cooldowns. So that is the UR twice. Do I recommend summoning for him? Unless you have, unless you only care about villains, or unless you have like a stacked villains team, I would say no, it is not. But I would say yes if you are trying to build that villain team, because he's probably crucial for that team. Just as like a tanker, because that team definitely needs some more tankers. Now for Compress here, he does 500% damage to the enemy with his plus ultra low chance of binding for 2 turns. Also shortens character's cooldown by 1, which is pretty decent. And then action skill 1 is low chance of binding, 20% for 1 turn. Also increases character's critical rate, which is nice. That's a good skill. Then he has for his action skill 2, AoE to 50%. Decreases the power of all opponents by 20%. And gives all characters except himself the ability to evade. That's actually pretty nice. It is a pretty high cooldown though. If this is... I don't think the plus ultra saves him here. Such a ridiculous cooldown. So I don't think I'll be using... But he does have 15% crit rate, which is very interesting. Increases character's critical rate by 30% for 3 turns when wave starts. Increases chance plus 4% of binding when landing a critical hit up to 5 times. Okay. Now that I think about it, it might not be bad, this skill. Just because if you're looking at this as a VE Tower character, most of the, like, depending if they do it again, like, you want to finish in 3 turns. So this doesn't really matter, since you probably only use this once anyway. So yeah, again, it counteracts because he's an SR, so he's not that strong. So but I like this. If this is really good. Auto skill 2 increases character speed by 30% for 3 turns when wave starts. Decreases skill impact of all opponents by 20% when for 3 turns when HP is below 30% HP. Yeah, that's meh. Pretty meh. Luckily, it's on auto skill 2, so you don't really have to give this guy any shards, because this one you don't really want to increase anyway. Who cares? This one you'd like to increase for sure. Not like you guys are gonna do it, because it costs so much to even get to that point, but yeah. Let's get into the memories here. So the UR memory increases character's power by 40% when equipped to a villain. Increases character's plus ultra gauge by 50%. Reduces character's and reduces damage to character by 20% for 3 turns when battle starts. This is nice tanking. Definitely good for twice, as you get more damage reduction. So maybe you're allowed to stall for that 1 turn. And then also you get that plus ultra gauge increase, so that you can plus ultra as soon as possible and get that max HP increase, and of course get that power bonus. But yeah, not really like that universal good memory like we've been getting recently. And then for the SR memories, a DX increases skill impact by 35% when equipped to a UA student. If there are any 1B characters on the team, increases characters plus ultra gauge by 50% when battle starts. That's alright, it's alright. It's an okay SR memory, gives you that power bonus, and the plus ultra gauge could be cool, but nothing too special there. And then for the free-to-play memory here, decreases a single opponent's power by 20% and increases critical rate by 30% for 3 turns where the wave starts. This is good. This is good for the tower. If you have somebody, if you can already do max damage, then getting that 30% critical rate is pretty good, especially because it's free as well. What's the DX for? 20%, not as good, but still good. If you're not stacked with the critical rate memories, then maybe it's worth to DX this one to use your SR memory rules on it. So yeah, that is pretty much the data download for Ultra Impact. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'd recommend you skip just because twice is a general unit, so he'll return in the banners anyway. I don't think he's an important unit for PvP. B Towie could be cool, but again, not really needed as well. I don't think he's as outstanding as what we've been getting as of recently, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on. Yeah, till the next video, stay healthy, stay safe, stay busy. Peace out.